Recently, Kylian Mbappe and Neymar Jr. got into an argument over who would take the penalty in PSG's win over Montpellier. Things escalated from there and moved to the locker room, where Sergio Ramos had to intervene to separate the feuding pair. But that is not where it started. Mbappe carried grudges toward Neymar and Messi for a long time. This year, Kylian Mbappe became the highest paid footballer in the world after signing a 3-year extension contract for PSG, which secures him $57 million per season. Also, one of the benefits of signing the extension was that he would get a vote regarding the PSG's decision-making. Rumors even said he agreed to a Neymar trade and that he decided the fate of his former coach, Mauricio Pochettino. It seems his reputation and influence over at PSG are becoming bigger than the club itself. Mbappe's friend, Luis Campos, has become the sporting director of PSG. It is never a good thing when a player has that much influence. To back up a little, at the start of the year, Mbappe expressed his desire to be traded to Real Madrid. PSG was facing the potential to lose probably the best player in the world for free. The people at PSG wanted to keep the 23-year-old French superstar by all means necessary. They even let him decide if he would be open to trading Neymar Jr. to Manchester City. Mbappe, who criticized Neymar Jr. for his lack of discipline, was open to the idea of Neymar Jr. leaving the team. He wanted to make sure he was the PSG's go-to guy and the main star of the team. About Neymar and Mbappe, those two have an interesting history. First, they were friends, then they became foes. When they first both started playing for PSG in 2017, they were the most lethal duo in Europe. Over time, and especially when Lionel Messi came to PSG, Mbappe and Neymar Jr. grew apart. Since Messi and Neymar share a bond from their days in Barcelona, Messi would often defend Neymar when being criticized by Mbappe or others. In one training drill, Neymar and Mbappe refused to lock arms. Instead, Mbappe practiced with a member of the coaching staff, and Neymar practiced with Lionel Messi. In a game against Montpellier, which PSG won 5-2, Mbappe missed his first penalty kick. When Neymar Jr. got the penalty kick for a second time, Mbappe wanted to shoot the second one also. Neymar Jr. ignored him, to the frustration of Mbappe, and scored. It is known that Mbappe is the team's first penalty taker, and Neymar is the second. However, it's not clear if Mbappe misses the first one if he is allowed to take the second one. However, that was not the only incident of the night. When the newly signed midfielder Vitinha led a PSG counterattack, Mbappe wanted the ball. When Vitinha passed to Messi instead, Mbappe threw his hands in the air and stopped running. His frustration was over the roof, especially for a player of his caliber and talent. Had he continued running, he would have easily scored from the back post. When Mbappe finally scored in the second half, his celebration wasn't a celebration at all. He was mute, despite his teammates cheering him on. His body language was telling a different story. It seems Mbappe is not pleased with the current situation. Christophe Galtier, their coach, immediately after the game arranged a first-team meeting in which the pair was rebuked, and they had to apologize. But Neymar threw oil on the fire when he liked several tweets which were anti-Mbappe in nature. The first tweet said, "Now it's official. Mbappe is the one who takes the penalties at PSG. Clearly this is a contract thing, because in no club in the club that has Neymar, he would be the second taker. None. It seems like because of his contract, Mbappe is the owner of PSG. When Neymar was transferred to PSG in 2017, he was PSG's undisputed penalty taker until this season. This is not the first time an argument struck between the three of them. Mbappe's recent comments on the quality of South American football provoked both Neymar and Messi. Mbappe said, "Argentina and Brazil don't have that level of competition in South America. The football is not developed as in Europe. That is why most recent World Cup winners have been Europeans." After his comments, the situation in the locker room got worse. Even Messi, who is usually a very quiet and calm presence in the locker room, who never imposes his ideas or opinions on others, intervened. It is clear Messi sided with his Brazilian friend on these matters. Mbappe isn't happy about that. Mbappe would like to see Neymar leave, but Neymar has lately been playing as a man possessed. He scored 8 goals in 7 matches in League 1. He scored a goal in UEFA Champions League against Maccabi Haifa. He also scored 2 goals in 1 match in the Trophée des Champions, French Super Cup. That means he scored 11 goals in 10 appearances, which is unbelievable. I don't think anyone in their right mind would trade a world-class scorer with these statistics. Mbappe had a slow start to the season. He missed the first game of the season due to suspension, and then he got injured. His first appearance was 1 week later, in a game against Lille. He scored the fastest goal in League 1 history. He scored after just 8 seconds. He scored again against Toulouse, on an assist from Messi. Against Nantes, Mbappe scored 2 goals before being replaced, and both goals were assisted by Messi. In his first UEFA Champions League match of the season, Mbappe was spectacular. He scored 2 goals against Juventus, and one of them was a sensational volley goal and an assist from Neymar. Seems like the feud is gone. In his second game in the Champions League, he scored against Maccabi. In the 8 appearances, he scored 10 goals, which is more than 1 goal per game. Lionel Messi shocked the football world when he transferred from FC Barcelona to PSG in 2021. In his first year with PSG, he won the League One, but that was it. He could not have those spectacular individual numbers as he posted in Barcelona, playing alongside Neymar and Mbappe. However, the start of the 2022 to 2023 season looks promising for Messi and PSG. He scored the first goal of the season for the defending champions. His form this season looks sensational. He started the season with 2 goals and 1 assist in a game against Clermont. His second goal was a brilliant bicycle kick. In a win against Lille, he assisted Mbappe with a lofted pass for the fastest goal in League One history. Later, he also scored a goal, starting from the midfield in his fashion. In a 3-0 win against Toulouse, he assisted both Mbappe and Neymar. 3 days later, he added 2 more assists in a 3-0 win against Nantes. Mbappe was on the receiving end of both those assists. In a game against Maccabi, Messi broke 2 records. One is for the most opponents scored against by a player in the Champions League, 39. He also became the first player to score in 18 straight seasons in the UEFA Champions League. In his 10 appearances, he scored 5 goals and had 8 assists. Seems like Messi is becoming more of a team player, assisting the young rising stars and making his team better, instead of focusing only on scoring, which could be expected of one of the best players ever to play football in his 35th year. To summarize, Mbappe may be holding grudges against Neymar and Messi, but the trio combined is unstoppable when they reach their peak. If they continue playing as they did at the start of the season, PSG will definitely be a contender for the UEFA's Champions League trophy. In League One, they could break a lot of records this year, if they manage to keep their heads and egos in check.